What is up, PMC fans? Jspecks Games here, and welcome to week 3 of the recaps. And of course, I am not alone, but sadly, Wamar is not with me this week, but someone has stepped in at the last moment. Please introduce yourself.
Hello guys, it's Arcanite here, co-commissioner of the PMC, here with help of another analyst video. I feel like introducing myself in like every video gets kind of boring after a while.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, see you tomorrow.
Thank you for stepping in at the last minute though.
No, it's okay. I'm not doing anything today.
Well, anyway, week 3 saw some fantastic matches. People are starting to get used to their teams now, so they are starting to see what goes well and what doesn't go well, and they can make transactions that change up the team to make it better or, well, possibly slightly worse. And people can start... I think it's too soon to say make a playoff push, but, you know, it's never too soon to be consistent and make something good of your team.
With the season being only 10 weeks, I mean, it's still early. I mean, looking at kind of like after, like, we've talked about this, we can talk about, like, the placements if we have time. But, like, I looked at them and they're kind of, like, close, so it's not like it's a big spread. Anyone can come back. Anyone can do it. It's only week 3.
Anyway, let's get on with match number 1. The Lawrence Talonflames took on the Portland Poliwags, and this was quite an interesting matchup. The Lawrence Talonflames brought with them Incineroar, Necrozma, Weezing, Mega Aerodactyl, Halucha and Topacoco, whilst the Portland Poliwags brought with them Alolan Persian, Clefable, Garchomp, Nidoking, Bronson and Tangrowth. And straight off the bat, Garchomp. This thing was absolutely amazing this week. I mean, Garchomp shows basically why this mon is so good and why it should be tier 1 in most leagues.
Can we just talk about top 10 betrayals here? Literally, Lord Southland's Discord name is Garchomp The God.
Yeah.
Should have took Garchomp.
Yeah, gets absolutely wiped by Garchomp. Picking up 4 kills and doing really good kills too. Like Mega Aerodactyl is kind of bulky, so you wouldn't think it would die to like Dragon Claw, but like it does. It got destroyed. And Weezing's defensive, so you'd think that would be able to take some hits, but nope.
No. Not after a sword stance. Not at all.
No, but what a good win. A solid 3-0 win for the Portland Poliwags here.
Was this the one with the good Clefable set? Or the crazy Clefable set, anyways? Or am I thinking week 2?
I think that may have been week 2. I mean, this Clefable set wasn't as crazy as I've seen. I mean, I've seen crazier ones, but I do remember one thing about this Clefable.
Was it Cosmic Power?
No, that was not it. Weezing tried to Toxic it, but Toxic missed. But Clefable could have had Magic Guard, which means Toxic would have always missed. So I just don't understand why Garchomp would have gone for Toxic on the Clefable if he knew that, you know, Magic Guard's a thing.
Well, there's a possible chance that he thought Bronson could have brought Unaware Clefable, because Unaware Clefable actually partially walls Necrozma. Just to say, because if Necrozma sets up, then what's stopping Necrozma?
True. And Clefable is one of those ones that if you can't Toxic it, you can't really do too much to it because it's not going down.
Yeah. So it's better to find out if it's Magic Guard early or not, so that way he knows how to play with Necrozma. But since it missed, it didn't really help him.
No. But a good solid 3-0 win for the Portland Poliwags. They take the W here, and let's get on to the next one. I'm going to get this name right eventually. The New South Wailmers. There we go. I don't know why I have so much trouble with that name. But
Probably the logo. Look
Yeah.
at that Wailmer face right there.
Took on the Sydney Krookodiles, and this was one of the most closest games that we've had in the PMC so far. Not the closest draft.
I don't think it could have got any closer.
I don't know.
Actually, wait,
in a previous league, I've had a 0-0.
Yeah, you're right.
I've had a 0-0 before, and I've had to cover a 0-0 in a recaps, and like the only way to cover a 0-0 was like saying that, well, someone won, but they both kind of lost.
That's the only way to explain that.
Yeah. Anyway, the New South Wailmers brought with them Landorus T, Mega Scizor, Slurpuff, a load of trash, Xurkitree and Komoro, whilst the Sydney Krookodiles brought with themselves Delphox, Darmanitan, Cryogonal, Scolipede, Quagsire, and, well, Ditto. And Ditto did actually do some work here today.
First week.
Yeah,
it's done work.
Yeah. Ditto did some work. He copied Xurkitree and actually killed Xurkitree because of it being Choice Scarf Ditto.
Oh, that's right.
And,
there was something I couldn't remember. Oh, never mind.
But also, I do want to say, Belly Drum Slurpuff. Absolutely amazing. Belly Drum Slurpuff. It did have a citrus berry, which is probably the wrong berry in my personal opinion, but like, because you'd probably want a figgy berry or something like that. You'd want something that gives you back your full HP and allows you to do belly drum.
Isn't figgy berry like 25% or under?
I think, 25% or under, but it does give you a lot of HP back.
The citrus is 50%. Yeah, if you set up the belly drum, the citrus berry then pops, which makes Unburden pop activate immediately. As if you do the figgy berry, you have to hope that you take a hit before you can pop the berry. So.
Yeah, the Slurpuff's kind of bulky. You can actually take a belly drum and still not hit like berry range.
Yeah.
But I think this Slurpuff was really good here. Quagsire did some work, and I've got to admit, Cryogonal was really good this week. Did get 2 kills, and they were actually not bad kills too. So Cryogonal, really well done for it. But
we can tell Cryogonal was definitely trained this week for that HP fire crit.
Yeah, definitely. But Cryogonal kills a load of trash. Really well done to Cryogonal for killing a load of trash. I mean, it's Garboda. I'm just going to keep on calling it a load of trash, but that's literally what it is. But a good 1-0 win for the New South Wailmers. A very close match, and since the New South Wailmers have come in, they've been doing pretty well. So, yeah. But we'll have to wait and see how they go on, because this week is far from over. But let's get on to our next match. In another 1-0 match, the Pittsburgh Empoleons. The Pittsburgh Empoleons took on the Colorado Rapidash. The Pittsburgh Empoleons brought with them Zygarde 50%, Tornadus T, Empoleon, still the only team that has their mascot, Buzzhole, Uxie, Mega Diancie, whilst the Colorado Rapidash brought with them Zapdos, Mega Blastoise, Mimikyu, Catania, Diggersby, and Toxicroak. And straight off the bat, I can say that Zygarde did amazing work, but Zygarde is Zygarde. It does amazing work anyway.
It is what Lamar called it in the D-League, Big Papa.
Yeah.
That thing sweeps.
Yeah. Zygarde destroyed of Zapdos and Diggersby in technically the same turn, because basically it was a two-turn outrage, but like I don't really count outrage as 2 turns because the fact is you don't get to pick another move. You're just going for it. So it's just really 1 turn, 2 mons.
It's crazy. I'd like to point out that good old Omega still has not won a game, and I think I know why. If you look closely at his logo, like under that Rapidash, it says 2015.
Yes.
Omega. It is 2018. You gotta get back.
Yes, but maybe that's when he started his team. You know, it's like an S.
It is. I'm just making a joke.
But a good win here for it. A very close win, really. I mean, like the only thing that didn't get a kill on the Colorado side was Mimikyu, but everything else got a kill, and it was actually a really close. Like it was kill for a bit too. This game, so
It was.
really close. Well done to the Pittsburgh Empoleons, who pick up a very good victory. But also, I do want to mention Mega Diancie. Again, I know how dangerous this mon is, and it can do some serious work. You gotta give anyone hats off if they can make this thing work, but it is a scary mon, but it can do some serious work.
Correct.
But let's get on to the next one. Good win for the Pittsburgh Empoleons. The next match is the Melbourne Stormthrows. The guy who's on a bit of a winning streak took on the the Crystal Pallossands. The Melbourne Stormthrows brought with them Alola Mola, Tyranitar, Stoutland, Gardevoir, Mega Aggron, and Rotom Wash, whilst the Crystal Pallossands brought with them Donphan, Mega Venusaur, Gargantua, Staraptor, Hydreigon, and Jirachi. And Gardevoir did amazing work here. Gardevoir, Gardevoir.
Yeah. Jirachi did Jirachi things too.
Yeah, Jirachi did Jirachi things. Flinch
Paired
hacks
Mega
and everything.
Aggron, Jirachi couldn't do enough Jirachi things though.
No, Jirachi couldn't not do enough Jirachi things, and Jirachi sadly died to Stoutland of all things. I mean, I know what Stoutland could do. I've ran Stoutland pretty well, and I like Stoutland. It's a good mon, especially when you run Sandrush like he was running this week.
And especially when it crits.
Yeah.
Twice.
That always helps, and I'm guessing also it was Life Orb too.
Yeah. But no, it seems like Garchomp put a lot of pressure on his team. Definitely took out the Venusaur. Venusaur was probably one of the only switch-ins to T-Tar, and it seems like also Alomomola, other than which Galvantula could have covered, but Venusaur definitely was a good switch in the Alamo, which kept things from getting toxic or stopping like good wish passing. If he had it, or not wish pass. Why did I think wish passing? Alomomola, yeah. But
but a good 4-0 win. Really good. Well done to the Melbourne Stormthrows. I think they're like 3-0 now.
Yeah. The replacements are coming in. And they're putting in the work, to be honest.
Anyway, let's get on to the next one. Good win for the Melbourne Stormthrows. The Mastodon Gastrodons. I still love that name.
The best name.
Yep. Took on the Carolina Pyroars. The Mastodon Gastrodons brought with them Manaphy, Drapion, Archeops, Blaziken, Thundurus Eye, and Mega Steelix, whilst the Carolina Pyroars brought with them Kyurem Normal, Nihilego, Solvally, Mega Pinsir, Fortress, and Cresselia. And Kyurem did actually do some work this week. It's one of those ones that you think it's really good.
Yeah. I like to point out, though, that if Blaziken wasn't Focus Sash,
It
Nihilego would have just swept.
Yeah.
Like, if Blaziken wasn't Focus Sash, the game was over. 100%. Like, there was no way for even to depend on Kyurem dying from rocks at the end. Like, it just would have been swept and game over.
Yeah, that was one hell of a turn. Like, Nihilego took down Blaziken to 1 HP because of the Focus Sash, thanks to a Sludge Wave. But Blaziken was able to kill the Nihilego with a high jump kick. But the Sludge Wave actually poisoned the Blaziken, so they both went down that turn.
Yeah.
So, literally, it was kill for kill.
And if you think about it, there was a possibility that if Blaziken never got poisoned, there was a chance that maybe Mastodon could have pulled out the win.
Yeah, because the Kyurem...
there was no rocks in Blaziken. With Blaziken being fast...
Yeah.
Somewhat fast, not really that fast.
The Kyurem was the only surviving mon and only survived on 2 HP after rocks. Outspared Thundurus. I still don't actually understand how he did that. And Ice Beamed it.
Yeah, Thundurus was scarfed. And I can't remember what Thundy's item was. I never really got to see it.
But so close. I mean, it was like, honestly, I've never seen a match. I've seen a match closer, but like this was a very close match. This was probably the closest of all week.
Correct. This is the one I was thinking about earlier.
Yeah. There's been a few 1-0s this week, but like this is the closest 1-0 of them all. Like, you can't get closer. You shouldn't have to get closer than that. 2 HP. That's all that's between these two teams.
Yeah.
But a good win for the Carolina Pyroars and an interesting little matchup. Let's get on to the next one. And the Borussia Donphans of El Scizor, the great El Scizor, I should say. Because, you know, GBA coach and everything. It took on the New York Cosmogs of Phantombass. And the Borussia Donphans brought with them Mew, Carbalion, Cantolian Dugtrio, Sneasel, Tapu Fini, and Rotom Heat. Whilst the New York Cosmogs brought with them Megalopony, Weavile, Suicune, Latias, Metagross, and Quillfish. I do want to mention one thing off the bat. Weavile versus Sneasel. That actually happens this week.
It actually does.
And again, Sneasel gets the better half.
It really does. Sneasel definitely put in a lot of work. Definitely put work on, had Megalopony take damage, killed Latias with Pursuit. It really just put Phantombass in a position where he just couldn't come back. Also, I'd like to point out that Mew set that the Donphans brought, where it was calculated, I think it was the 2-hit KO Weavile with Vacuum Wave, and then was able to kill Lop if he was to get Lop at a certain percent HP. So, like, he literally brought like a really good Mew set, and it honestly would have just put in a lot of work if it was given that chance. Yeah. But instead, Finny just did a good thing.
Yeah, Finny does Finny things. Finny is a really good mon, and you can see why in most leagues it is kind of like an early first round pick. It is really good. But one thing you don't mainly see a lot, and this is weird, it's Rotom Heat getting kills. Rotom Heat getting kills. That is a weird thing, and it happens sometimes, and I like it when Rotom Heat gets kills.
Hey, I had a league. Rotom Heat got 13 kills. I love Rotom Heat. It is my favorite.
I will admit I was a bit weirded out by Modem Heat bringing Thunderbolt and killing off the Metagross instead of like Overheat. But like the double special attack drop really does hurt sometimes, so sometimes you might not want to do the Overheat.
Yeah, it especially if he overheats. That definitely allows Suicune to come in and either sub or set up Calm Mind for free because he's going to have to switch out and Suicune doesn't take any damage.
Yeah.
So with bringing Thunderbolt, if he has Volt Switch still, he's able to Volt Switch and get twice as much damage as if he was to Volt Switch after an overheat.
I mean, Suicune is a pretty easy set. It's one of those mons that's pretty easy to read. It's either going to be Rawcoon or Krookun. And this week was Krookun.
Yeah.
It can't be anything else. It's pretty much Rawcoon, Kokun.
Yeah, you rarely ever see offensive Suicune.
No, it is a bulky mon. It can take hits. It sits behind a substitute. It Calm Minds. It sweeps your team.
Yeah.
But, you've got to be careful about it.
Very careful. Let's get on with...
But a solid 5-0 win for the Borussia Donphans. Solid 5-0 win. Only letting one thing die, and that's Cantolian Dugtrio.
It's because it's a Lolian Dugtrio.
But let's get on to our next match. The Trenton Thundurus took on the Oregon Duckletts. This was quite an interesting little matchup here. The Oregon Duckletts brought with them Celesteela, Mamoswine, Meloetta, Hirayama, Roserade, and Heliolisk. I still write Heliolisk off, and every week it surprises me. I'm going to stop writing Heliolisk off, ladies and gentlemen. But the Trenton Thundurus brought with them Hooper Unbound, Porygon 2, Jolteon, Gliscor, Lycanroc Day, and Mega Mawile. And Celesteela. This thing shows why it is a scary one to deal with. Honestly, this thing just did work this week.
Yeah, it definitely it definitely put in a lot of work, especially when Brendan misplayed and kept Mega Mawile in against Celesteela.
Yeah.
I don't know why he did that, but I know watching the video, Brendan got I'm Brendan Dark Devil. I'm going to I mix people's names up. But he got really mad at himself after he let Mega Mawile die. Because it definitely just shifted a lot of things. Definitely put him in a bad position, especially because Mega Mawile is just that kind of mon where you just don't want to go against, especially because it has Sucker Punch. And with huge power in that attack, it's just going to tear you up.
Yeah, it's a mon... It's banned in most leagues, and it's banned in most leagues for a reason. This league is one of the ones that doesn't ban it, but it's still a scary mon.
And who can ever expect Roserade to bring Pin Missile?
No one. That's the thing. That was just why? But very well done. And one hit. That's all it took to destroy a Hooper Unbound. One hit.
So if you ever want to talk about how weak Hoopa's physical defense is, just talk about a Roserade Pin Missile.
Yeah. One Roserade Pin Missile. Because that move has an option to hit 5 times, and it's guaranteed to hit twice, except for when it only needs 1. And this week it only needed 1.
It's crazy still.
Yeah, very crazy. But well done to the Oregon Duckletts. I write them off, and they prove me wrong they prove me wrong, so I'm going to stop writing you off now, Johnny.
Hey, I did that last week.
But let's get on to our final game, which is going to be an interesting one to talk about. The New York Metagross took on the Jersey Weaviles. The Jersey Weaviles brought with them Regirock, Keys, Alolan Muck, Zygarde 10%, Mega Glalie, and Raikou, whilst the New York Metagross brought with them Azelf, Pillowswine, Mega Altaria, Vaporeon, Heatran, and Heracross. And Heatran Heatran did some interesting work this week. Did actually do some serious good work.
It really did. It definitely helped the match quicken up a little bit.
Yeah, Heatran really did, like, he forced he forced Keys to get Magnet Rise up, which is great because, you know, Magnet Rise Keys, which means Klefki is just not dying really to any ground type moves.
Yeah.
And I do want to admit one thing. The match between Heatran and Alolan Muck was just a stall fest. I'm so glad that match that ended to a crit, because the fact is, I know that I shouldn't pray for crits, but like that could have gone on forever, because like the only thing the Muck was doing was recycling its berry, eating its berry. He wasn't doing anything else. So really, there was no reason for this Alolan Muck to actually even stay alive for as long as it did. It was just recycle berry, eat berry, recycle berry, eat berry. Just why?
You gotta do everything you can to stay alive.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Also, I think there was choice. I think Raikou had choice specs this week. I'm not exactly sure on like sets or items. Don't ask me about sets or items. But with the amount of damage that Raikou was doing to Mons, and I would probably have said it was choice specs.
Yeah. It didn't really get to do much, but I mean, it still put in the work when it was out.
It crit Vaporeon.
I mean, if you're hitting it with an HP Ice, I mean, it's not going to do much if it crits or not.
True.
I mean,
but
that's like the worst kind of crit.
Yeah, crit that doesn't do anything.
The crit that you don't want.
Yeah. Heracross, amazing work. This thing is a scary mon. Did do some serious work here, killing off Zygarde 10% form and Raikou to end the matchup. So very well done. Heracross did amazing work.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm probably this week. Like last week, I gave Torterra my Mon of the Week. This week, I'm giving Heracross my Mon of the Week, and so technically, New York Metagross still getting Mon of the Week.
See, if I was to give one, I would have given it to Garchomp. For just putting in the finest of work.
Yeah, I like Garchomp, but the fact is, it's a tier 1 mon, so you sort of expect it to do work. Heracross is like low tier 3, possibly tier 4, depending on what league you're in. So
I want to know what league puts it in tier 4. Sign me up. That'll be like my 3rd round pick.
Yeah, but you know, you don't expect it to do work, and it does. It can do work. So that's why
I'm just hoping one week there's Focus Sash reversal. Oh.
Damn, that'd be scary.
I did it once, and it was the greatest. It's the funnest set to use when you get to use it.
Okay, Ultra, you have a challenge. Focus Sash Reversal, do it. But anyway, that is the end of this week of the recaps. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Of course, go and check out all the coaches. We can only give you a taste of what happened. You have to actually do the hard work and actually go and watch the matches for yourselves to see for yourselves.
Yeah. Make sure you follow all those good-looking coaches down below, because you won't get to see these great matches unless you subscribe to them.
Nope. And of course, also subscribe over here to the PMC channel, because the fact is, we have great analyst work, we have pick'ems, we have recaps, we have other predictions, we have trade. Do we do trades and transactions?
No, but we should. We should, but we don't have the amount of people. So, I mean, if someone wants to, comment down below and be like, I'll do it.
But
You
we
know,
have
we
a
might
lot of...
have.
But we have a lot of admin content. That's what I'm trying to get at. We have a lot of admin content. So if you want to know the facts and figures, this is where you should subscribe. But anyway, until next time, I'm just PH Games.
And I'm Arginate.
And we'll see you next week. Hopefully Wamar will be with me next week. But if you need to step in, you can do.
Yeah. Well, you guys will see me this weekend. So...
Yeah, you'll probably see him on like 4 or 5 different videos.
Yeah, you'll see me on the Choose Wisely, you'll see me on Power Rankings.
And recaps.
Hopefully Wilmar will be back next week. If not, you will see me on recaps again.
But anyway, good night everybody.